fun with something a little bit different. Everybody got training Karambit? So, and looking at bladed arts and blades, the Karambit is probably the favorite. It is my favorite knife. It has so many uses, and for me, it just fits your mind, however you want to use it. You know, when you're looking at a blade, it has, you know, it slices and it punctures. Karambit, and it's fairly easy to disarm. Karambit, I can punch. At the same time, I can rip and puncture and slice. I can change the angles and work through the body as I want to. Now, there's a couple of things I want to address. Most often, you'll see using the Karambit with the ring through the index finger in reverse grip. Every once in a while, if you see somebody using this in a forward grip, it is not incorrect. It is just not normally done. But where these came from, that's actually where, as I understood the history, is where I started first. The Karambits were actually, out of Indonesia, they were farming tools. And they were considered a woman's weapon because they were easily hidden. And then they could just pull them out and go fight. Okay? Now, a couple of things, a couple that I have. When you were looking at a fixed blade, like what y'all have, typically they're going to be double-sided. This will have an impact in how you use it. Right? If you're using pocket folders, which they do have, then obviously you don't have, they're not double-sided because you cut your hand. Right. This is one that I have. These are sharp, and they are double-sided. So these are out of my collection. This is bone handle. These were handmade, and these are Pakistan. This one is with Damascus blade on it. And you know, you can tell as I begin to use it how much extra depth you can get into it. So if you wanted to see that, my wooden one here is hand carved from Sumatra. So this is right out of the Philippines and Indonesia. Now you'll notice there are also different styles along the ridge back. This is designed to rip and tear as well as cuts. Okay. I have another one that doesn't have any blade along its spine. It just has little jagged edges. So when you come back to the box, it's just designed to rip and tear. With all of this, you have to think tiger, an animal, claws. Right.
Velociraptor.
Yes.
on that one, right?
So also notice the weight of those. Okay. So there will be some things that we'll do over the next couple of times we get together. That when you're using the trainers, you may not feel it has a lot of impact. However, take one of those and then hit on the wrist and it goes to break. So we used to wear arm pads with shields because even with the trainers we have with the big ones, you pull out and just bam, out. And the teacher was, don't hold back. So we would have to get some shields. So that was show and tell fun.
Punch.
So now a couple of things when you're looking at this. May I use this one? When a lot of times what we'll see. Okay, yeah. Actually, I have that on Zoom a little bit, so, but we should be good. One of the things we want to look at when you're using it, remember it's double-sided. Remember you have to understand your tool and what tool you're using. If I decide I want to come down and just straight down here, that looks awesome on film. Problem is, you have a skeletal structure. And these, especially those, will go in about 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches into your body. And what's it going to hit? Bone. Now, I would love to say my knives are sharp enough to cut through bones. They are not. So when I come through, I'm going to hit. And you have to understand. So this isn't necessarily what I'm after. unless I'm picking targets on the body, coming down the sternum. I'll come down, and then I'll begin to hit soft diaphragm, stomach, spleen, coming down this way. But part of the reason I bring this up is that when we're using on the Karambit, a lot of times if I'm slashing on the body, I'm not actually slashing it first unless I'm using the backside. What I am using is punches. Whoop, I pluck. Yep. So I'm just going to pluck in. So my first movement we're going to do is just this. It's a curved strike. Now, if you look at a lot of the old Silat, they do a lot of this corkscrew punch. Why? Because Silat's a bladed art. If his hand's up here, can I get around it? Yes, but with the punch, it's energetic, but it's not going to be that strong. With a blade, now that's all I need to have. I can also hook through it. So you begin to see, understand your tool, how can you use it. So for the first part, all I want us to do is just punch and just go right in here, plunk, okay? Just do that about 5 times each. He punches, and I just plunk, 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 okay?